You know, I am a little bit foolish. I went ahead and was making these processors with the assembly table, thinking that, since I make so much power, I may as well do that because that would be a pretty fast way of doing this. But I'm foolish. Because while it might be fairly easy to just toss this into an assembly table and go ahead and process it like that, it does take time. And I could instead be creating these basic processor assemblies and smelting those, which honestly would be faster. It requires one more redstone and a tool, but I think that it's worth doing it this way. Because this takes forever. Yeah, probably wouldn't take as long if I added more lasers, but that requires more diamonds, and I don't find diamonds all that often. I need to get into the business of making diamonds. That's what I need. I also need to get in the business of breeding my bees to be able to make more diamonds. We'll get there eventually. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and let this one finish this little system. But I need some sticks. Thank you. Because I need to make that quartz cutting knife. There it is. 2 sticks, an iron, and 2 quartz. And thankfully I still have iron in here, so we don't have to wander all over the place gathering materials. See, if I just did it this way in the first place, we could have had all those items so much sooner. There we go. And look at that, it barely used up any of the durability on the knife. And I made 14. Now all I need to do is toss these into my powered furnace and it'll smelt. So, while that's smelting and while that last one is creating, I would like to point out that I've added yet another row of industrial steam engines on here. Why would I do... There's some zombies in the mine behind this wall. We're not going to deal with them. Why would I add more industrial steam engines? Because I wanted to make sure that I had as much power in my system as I possibly could manage. And in order to do that, I needed to have this being able to output at 100 megajoules per tick. And it's doing so. It's absolutely perfectly stable. We're able to output 100 without dropping down at all in how much power we're outputting. These are outputting at 20 each, which keeps us completely balanced. Pardon me. My allergies are making my throat all congested and stuff. How about Steam? How are we doing on Steam? Well, take a look at it. It's perfectly balanced. Yeah, it's dropping, but it always fills back up to max capacity in just an instant. How are we doing on this? Still at 2 million. How are we doing on biomass? Constantly rising. Well, we are constantly rising, it's just we're kind of using some right now. Yeah, it just ran a cycle. Don't worry, it's going to stop in a moment. And slowly rising again. It'll keep on doing that until we end up doing yet another cycle of energy, which doesn't happen all that often. How about sugarcane? How are we doing on that? We're still keeping this thing at max capacity, which is slowly increasing our biomass. What will we do when this reaches actual max capacity and has biomass backed up all the way in here? Well, sugarcane will end up filling up all of these. And it'll start backing up into this barrel where it will just be disposed of instantly. I hope. I don't have high hopes. I do need to get the ceiling fixed eventually. So what am I doing with all these processors? Well, that's another part of my foolishness. In my haste to create a network, I overlooked the fact that while a chest is a pretty decent storage space, it does have a limit. And it's not necessarily the chest that has a limit itself, but rather the storage drive. It's only able to hold up to 63 items per storage drive, which makes sense given that this is a 9 by 7 grid. Or, if you want to do multiplication, 9 times 7, 63. So 63 items. On top of that, bytes. I have almost at max capacity on this one already. And I haven't really gotten that much stuff in here. I have a lot more to go. So how am I going to increase my storage system? Do I make more ME chests? No. That would be foolish. It would just do pretty much the exact same thing that these chests do, although in a much more organized manner. No, we're going to create something even better today. We are going to create a drive. An ME drive. This is made with two processors, two just basic processors, some iron, a chest, and some glass. It's as simple as that. Let's see, I do have glass in here, right? Yes, I do. I also need some iron. Just take half a stack of that. A chest. Do I have a chest? I don't think I do. I don't think there's enough wood in here either. Do I need to go chop down more trees? No, I don't. Not quite yet. I wonder how much longer I can avoid chopping down trees. Because I haven't done it in a really long time, and it's starting to show. Right, chest is made. Get some glass. Oh no, wait. Wrong material. Iron for the corners. There we go, an ME drive. Now let's just go ahead and place that right there. It's connected to the network now. We're using 12 units per tick. And there's another thing I kind of screwed up on. I kind of assumed that units were how much of an energy it's using, no matter what type of energy it is using. I was wrong. This is actually using currently just over 2 megajoules per tick. Know what that means? It means I can create a massive network with how much megajoules I'm producing. And still probably barely scratch the surface. Basically, 5 of these units is 1 megajoule. However, I think 2 of these units is 1 EU. So, in terms of what's better for power, well, it kind of depends on what is your main power source. Or how efficient your main power source is, I suppose. Right now, I have a very, very efficient steam engine, and it's working out quite well for me. So, what is an ME drive and what does it do? Well, an ME drive is able to hold multiple of those storage units, up to 10. Which means that you can have up to 630 items stored in your ME network. And depending on which size of these you use, well, I shouldn't say you can have up to 630. What I really mean is you can have 630 per ME drive. And I'm using a basic 1000 storage. I should stop using that. I should start using bigger storage units. Oops. Okay, here we go. So there's 1K, 16K, 64K, and 4K. Why is that at the end? It's kind of strange. So, basically it's 1, then 4, then 16, then 64. So times 4 for each upgrade. A 4K uses... Well, 4K would be the next biggest one, which uses a storage segment. How do you make a storage segment? You use 3 storage cells and a basic processor. And the storage cell is made with quartz and a basic processor. So you need a lot of basic processors in order to create these bigger processors, or bigger storages. This one uses a storage block, which actually uses an advanced processor, on top of a bunch of storage segments, which each require, I think, at least 2 basic processors. And an advanced processor is just, you know, a diamond. Basically a diamond one instead of a gold. But I think that we're going to just go ahead and rely on a 4K storage network. Now, how do you make a storage cell housing? That's something I don't really know. And can you upgrade these at all? Or strip them of their storage size? Doesn't really look like you can. So, we need a lot more quartz, because 7 quartz just isn't going to cut it. You know what? I need to make some industrial craft stuff. Why? You'll see in just a moment. Or first, let's see. There's one other item. I needed to know. And I think it is, yes, an import bus. How do you make this? ME interface, cable. Alright, ME interface is pretty simple to make. No, I'm going to hop on my test real quick. I'll see you there, because we need to test something out. Hey there everyone, welcome to my test world. Yeah, it's kind of cluttered. But the thing that I said I was needing to test out, if I can speak English instead of gibberish. Okay, the thing I was needing to test out is this block, an ME interface. And I wanted to know how well it interacted with piping. So I decided to test out, you know, red power pipe. Die, spider. Okay, anyway. I wanted to test it out with a red power pipe because, well, I know that this thing was definitely designed with Buildcraft pipes in mind, as it functions off of Buildcraft energy, but I didn't know how well it functioned with things like red power. In fact, I'm not even sure if it requires just Buildcraft energy. What if it could run off of Bluetricity? How about we find out? Can you run off Bluetricity? I'm hoping yes. Nope, it doesn't even connect. Oh, that's a shame. I guess my windmills will never have a use after I move my bee lab in the basement. Oh well. So, as you can see, this thing has an export inventory. And it's a little bit misleading because export usually means taking out. Well, this thing is actually able to take items into it, as you're seeing with the sugarcane from my sugarcane farm. Which is good, because that means I can actually use an ME interface to put items into, from a quarry, perhaps. And then I can simply take the storage unit from that quarry and bring it to my network to get all the items out. But I need to also test if I need to make another controller or if I'm able to function with this thing on its own. I am a little bit doubtful that it will work, but we can try. So let's get a solar panel and a... That's not a bat box, this is a bat box. That's not getting power. Okay, so what if I power the chest? Well, it is getting power, but it's not getting enough power. What if I had another solar panel? How about then? Oh, wait. I need to... Duh. The chest won't work if it doesn't have a storage unit. There we go. So it is getting enough power now. Although I think it's getting... I think it's going to be draining more power than it actually will... There we go. Now we're getting a charge. And after we get enough of a charge, it will actually start filling up. Will it work with just one solar panel? It will stabilize with one solar panel. That is okay. Although that means it won't be able to function at night, which is bad. Very bad, actually. But in order to test this out, let's put these books in here and... No? Into the processing? No. No. Get out of there. Actually, I probably don't need to have it go through the interface. Let's see. Buildcraft pipes. Will the string go in? The string does go in. Okay, so I don't need to even worry about this part at all. I can just take an ME chest, which is very simple to make. Just a conversion matrix, which is actually a little bit difficult to make. Not difficult, actually. It's just more effort than I want. But it'll work. And that's the important part. I just need to get 2 solar panels, so that way it's able to build up enough of a charge to last for a night, at least. Actually, I don't even know if it'll be able to build up enough charge to last a night. I should make a battery. Excuse me. There's advanced solar panels, right? Like, bigger and better ones. Or maybe they're not included in this pack. Oh, no, that's right there. And a low voltage solar array. I mean, you get the idea. I'm gonna get the system set up and... Or actually, I'll start getting the materials for the system and I'll meet you back in the overworld. See you guys. Okay then. I think I finally got everything I needed. So let's head on over to my quarry site. Oops. I want to shut the door, not open it. see, get my boat out. Everything on my hotbar that I need. My gun is currently loaded with, I think, Seeker Shot. I can't tell. I don't know what it's loaded with. I forgot. Which reminds me, I need to make more bullets. Because I'm currently out. Alright, boat ready to go. Push the button and away we go! Farewell! Farewell, home. I will be back shortly. Probably in a day. And you guys will get to see my quarry site for the first time ever. It's honestly not much. There's very little that's gone on there. I actually was digging for most of my quartz that I have. Let's see, I think it was over near Distant Shore, not towards Fern Gully. Yeah, I'd had to go quite a ways out before I... Hey, that must be a dark node. Anyway, I had to go quite a ways out in order to find where I wanted this at. Yeah, there it is in the distance. And here we are. Yes, it was a fair distance out, but not too horribly far that I can't get here in a day. Which is quite fortunate because I really didn't want to go 1,000 blocks in order to dig up quartz. Because I don't think that this world generated with quartz initially. And this is all the bigger that the hole is so far. I know it's got quite a ways to go before it even reaches the more valuable minerals, but we are here for quartz. And there's some over there, actually. I'm not going to go get it myself, though. I'm going to let this thing get it. And there is some metal that I haven't actually collected. In fact, there's a lot of stuff I haven't collected, but with good reason. Mainly because it's mostly garbage to me. And I was using these barrels, but I decided that with the amazing storage capacity of an ME chest, that we should be able to do this without any barrels, and we'll be able to take everything back very fast. Ugh. Sorry about that. I had a sneezing fit. And I couldn't find my Kleenexes. It turns out that they were buried underneath the bag which I brought home Mexican food in. Which I'm probably going to get heartburn later for, but I don't care, it was delicious. I love my Mexican food. Anyway, we need to take this part out. Oops, I'll take you. Because this part is not as useful. We will, however, keep this gold pipe here. I don't quite have the inventory to pick all that up. Which is fine, because the ME chest can go right there. Oops. Get rid of these barrels. Anything in the gold chest? A bit of iron ore. How did the iron ore slip past all this and go right into the gold? And never mind. I'm not worried about it. Okay, then the bat box needs to go here, and I think that's facing the right way. Yeah, it should be. Then we'll place these like this, and we'll actually be able to gain a charge. Eventually. Then, final piece. There we go. Storage system is ready. Let's get this stuff in there. I'll put that in there too. And because I don't want to keep carrying that stuff around, we'll throw that in there too. Collect all of this. And into the chest it goes. I will be able to sort all this stuff out later. Actually, I won't have to sort it out later. I can just take this thing, pop it right into the storage system, and transfer the items. I think. Possibly. Maybe. I don't know. Don't quote me on it. So. Oh yes. Let's get iron in there as well. So, now that that's done, this thing is going to be accepting, well, it's going to be sending gravel and cobble and sand and dirt down this way. And I didn't really care how much I got of each, I just needed a place to throw it. And anything extra just goes and gets destroyed, because I don't care about this crap. It's worthless to me. And finally, boom! And there it goes, look at that go! It's fast! Beautiful. And if you watch, some of the stuff actually skips past the barrel. So, not quite perfect at putting items into the barrels, but that's to be expected. I mean, I didn't tell it to put the items straight into the barrels, so it's just going to go wherever it feels that it should go with the pipe. And I'm going to sit here until this box is drained, or this storage cell is drained, and when it's drained, I will see how much quartz we got. If we got a good amount, then I will consider this mining operation a thrilling success and continue to use quarries to find my quartz. If it doesn't give me enough quartz, then I guess I'm just going to go ahead and strip mine the area by hand. Although I'll probably enchant a diamond drill with speed enchantments and stuff. Still, I think this thing will be much better in the long run. Oh, it actually drained quite a bit already. Oh well, it'll work out. I'm gonna sit up here in my shack until it's done, and when it's done, I'll get back to you guys. I should have a bed for over here. Oh well. See you guys in the future. Be very quiet. I'm hunting a creeper. Hey there, buddy. Have some seeking shots. Hey, another medium shard. I do not use that stone enough to actually warrant having all these medium shards. So, my quarry has stopped, and it only lasted for a single night. I think I forgot to set the proper amount of energy that I would use. Darn it, out of bullets. Oh, look, another medium shard. I get so much of these I can just recycle them. Yeah, I think that 50 was too much energy to be giving it, because I think it only has a certain amount it can take in. But I forgot what that is, so we're kind of out of power. Still, we did an entire pass, so that got us some quartz, but not nearly enough, I guarantee that. So we're just going to mine up whatever we see. which probably isn't going to be very much. Quartz is rare. Actually, it's not rare. It's just, you know, a little bit difficult to come by. Especially when you have a whole bunch of other ores that also need to spawn in the same area that quartz does. So how much quartz do we get in total? Ooh, I went high. Well, if we take a look in the chest, we got an okay amount. And it's not really that great, especially considering we had to use quartz to make all this stuff to get this much, but it's an amount. Well, we made an ME dry this episode like I said we would. However, I don't think that we're going to get to use it. This is going to take up so much quartz. I need to get this thing running more consistently, I guess. I have power over here now, so I could get an electric engine attached to it. But I don't know. Is that worth it? It's going to have to be. And it won't run constantly, or it won't run as fast, but it will run constantly, pretty much. Well, I think I'm going to end this episode here. And I hope that I at least educated you a little bit on how these ME items work. So, as always, don't forget to like, subscribe, and fave. I'll see you guys next time. Take care, and goodbye.